Are you feeling overwhelmed with all the chaos and stress going on in the world right now? Well, even now, right now, it's always been around and it's probably going to be more stuff in the future. Hi, I'm Lisa Alvarado. I'm a licensed professional counselor. And today I have 5 tips for you on how to block the negativity of the world. The number one advice I give to all my clients is to watch media in your own terms. So block negative media for certain times and don't get stuck on watching news channels or even on social media. You're gonna have to block time just to get on and log in and see what's going on in the world and get out. Don't get sucked into that vortex of negativity because you kind of know that the media, especially the news outlets, are all fear-based. The majority is fear-based, and that's just going to increase your anxiety and stress in your life. With that said, I would recommend to turn off notifications on your phone. If you get all your news, and even social media stuff automatically on your phone, that number one is a huge distraction. Number 2, we all know that everything going on in the world is nothing new. There's always been police brutality and violence and wars and corruption in politics and poverty and pick your evil. This has always been around. However, now with technology, we have instant access to this information. So it gives you the illusion that things are a lot worse than what they really are. With that said, number 2, I recommend to expose your mind to things that are productive. So on purpose, you want to watch certain YouTube videos that are going to be productive or educational, that's going to do something for you. Even on mental health, on, a hobby or a project that you're working on, any personal development videos and books and that kind of stuff. You want to feed your mind with better information. Our mind is a sponge, and everything that we observe, it kind of takes in and it doesn't know if it's real or fake. All it knows is just taking in information. So if you're constantly focused on negative things, that's how you're going to feel. So instead, on purpose, you're going to add healthier things in your mind. So when's the last time you read something productive, something that's going to teach you something? If you don't like reading, that's fine. How about audiobooks? How about YouTube videos, podcasts? There's so many ways to consume information that's going to actually do something for you and help you feel better and more in control. So I recommend, if there's something that's going on, or you're even in your personal life or in the world and you're feeling really helpless, educate yourself more on it. Is it something that you're just getting it from the wrong source, such as a certain news channel, or is it just something people are saying? Get educated and then come up with a conclusion for yourself. My third advice on ways to block negativity in the world is to set limits with the people that stress you out the most in your life. Now, usually these people you can't get rid of because they're family, co-workers, customers, but you do have control over how much time you spend with them. So for example, if you have to deal with a relative, give yourself a time limit. Okay, I'm only going to go over for 20 minutes. Can only handle an hour, whatever it is. If it's co-workers, try to use the excuse of work to kind of keep to yourself if you're able to. I know this is very general. If it's a coworker, one thing is to limit the topics of conversation. If they ask you personal information, tell them, I'm sorry, I don't speak about personal information. Or change the subject, or just try to not work with them directly, or just focus on the task at hand and not make up friendly conversation. Keep it strictly business. Again, with family members, sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's not. This is very challenging, but it takes practice to set boundaries with these people so that you're not draining yourself being around these stressful people. My 4th tip, which is my favorite, is to surround your mind with higher level thinking. So these are individuals that can actually teach you something. They're productive. They make you a better person. Just being around them or just hearing them makes you feel motivated, makes you feel more productive, and just more positive overall. Now here's the fun part. You don't have to know these people physically. So again, back to number 2, this could be in the forms of social media, books, podcasts, YouTube videos. Right now, because of COVID, obviously we can do seminars, but there's a lot of webinars, which is pretty much the same thing, but just online. So sign up for these things. Pick an area and something you want to improve on. So if you want to improve your finances, sign up for a webinar on either investing or how to budget your money, or how to, just manage personal finances, how to increase your income. There's so many things that you can do in that category. If you want to work on your physical health, follow and read things about nutrition, about lowering stress in order to maintain a good, healthy weight, about how to heal your body. There's so many things that you can do. So pick something that you want to improve in your life and really consume that information. It's one of my favorite things. My biggest mentors are people that I never met. I learned about marketing, about personal development, about pretty much almost everything, personal finances, all from people that have done it and are still doing it, and they're successful at it. Finally, my last tip for ways to block the chaos in the world is to focus on what you can control. Okay, so whether it's worrying about getting sick or finances or whatever it is, bring it back to what do you have control over. So for example, a lot of people are very anxious about getting sick and catching COVID. Okay, so what can you do to decrease the chances of catching it? So yes, we know about washing your hands and wearing your mask, but also how to decrease stress. Focus on what you can do to strengthen the immune system, which is getting more sleep, healthy diet, exercise, and lowering stress. Those are things that are sure ways to strengthen your immune system. If there's something else that's really stressing you out, focus on problem solving. What can you do to control the situation? Because the reality is the only thing you can control is yourself. We cannot control other people. We can't control things outside of us. But you can always control yourself, the way you react to people, to things, and the way you choose to look at things. So there are my 5 ways to block the negativity out in the world. Choose to see all media in your own terms. Expose your mind to productive information. Set limits with people that stress you out. Surround your mind with higher minds. And focus on what you can control. Remember, your health and well-being is your responsibility. Don't allow the negativity of the world make you feel powerless and that you have absolutely no control, because you do. Even in negative circumstances, focus on what you have control over. If there are any other tips that you do to block out the negativity of the world, please show them below. And please share this video with anyone you think they'll find it helpful. Thank you so much. Take care.